I would love to know a time when you mumbled through something, didn't stand up for yourself because you were afraid of being rude or causing a scene, and how that played out for you. I have definitely had my own. There was a time back when I lived in Hawaii where I went to lunch at an organic cafe to have an organic lunch, and an organic customer service lady asked what I wanted to drink, and I asked for a Diet Coke. And you know what she said to me? She said, oh, you know, we've got some toxic cleaner in the back room that I can bring out for you. I think it's pretty much just the same. Oh, I was so taken back by the rudeness of her customer service. I'm obsessed with customer service. I mumbled, I diffused the situation. I completely shut down in that moment. And so badly, I wish that I could go back and redo that moment. So when is it time when you have mumbled through something, diffused it just to keep the peace, keep things calm and everything? Namaste. Please leave it in the comments. Have you ever been verbally attacked, given that backhanded compliment, or had the little slide comment that you know and they know that that undercurrent radio wave conversation is happening, even though they're saying it with a smile? You feel the energy behind it, or maybe you've just been full on emotionally abused, and in that moment you can feel your flight or fight response start to come up, and your face feels really tingly, and you're kind of mumbling for words, because really all you want to do in this moment is just diffuse the situation and get out of it immediately. But later you regret it because you wish that you would have just stood up for yourself in the moment. And maybe, like me, you've had those moments where you think of what you wish you would have said in the moment but didn't. Today I want to tell you 3 things that you can start doing to stand up for yourself without creating a scene, without being rude, without escalating the situation into something that you don't want it to be. And we're starting right now. All right, the first thing that you can do to stand up for yourself without being rude is to use feeling messages. In the moment, I get it, I've been there, your heart is racing, and you just want to say something that will play nice with that other person so that we can just end this. The problem is if these people continually do it and they're in our lives all the time, it's not going to work long term. So one thing that you can do is use feeling messages to let them know that this isn't working anymore, that you feel the undercurrent, that you got the backhanded compliment just the way that it was delivered, and that it made you feel. Tell them how it made you feel. Oh, wow, I feel old now because you said that. Oh, I feel like I'm being compared to somebody else. I feel like I didn't do a good job. I feel like you're feeling disappointed in this moment. And when you move right into feeling messages, what you're doing is you are diffusing the situation, but you're doing it in a way that they will get that it's not going to work to do what they're doing anymore. Because when you say, I feel upset that you said that, I'm feeling scared that you're verbally attacking me right now, I feel like I need to get out of this situation because you're yelling, all of a sudden they become very aware that you're human, that you're a person, and that you have feelings, right? So the next time somebody says something, and the way that you'll know that it's something that you don't like is you're going to feel it, and it'll help you practice paying more attention to those feelings, and instead of pushing it down, release it. Let it out and say, oh, wow, that makes me feel like a monster. Thank you. Okay, maybe not that one. But how is it making you feel in the moment? Wow, I feel like a terrible mom now that you've pointed that out. Wow, I feel like a bad friend that I didn't show up for you at whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what the feeling is, and you know when you need to say it, but most of the time we push it down, diffuse, talk about something else, try and get out of the situation. But when we do that, we're selling ourselves out, and we're allowing bad behavior to continue to slide, which we no longer do. The second thing that you can do to stand up for yourself, really in any situation, but especially if somebody's really argumentative or angry, I have definitely used this in multiple situations, which has really diffused the argument, and that is to ask them what they need. You see, they're coming at you with anger. They want to really get into it. And why they want to do this is because anger is unmet expectations. They expected something, they didn't get it. And so now they're coming to you because they're angry about it. Or maybe they're just being passive aggressive about it because they can't full out tell you exactly what it is. And again, that's that undercurrent of, oh, you know, so we all paid, but you didn't pay type of a little jab. And so what you want to do is you just ask them, what do you need? And all of a sudden, what they're going to do is it's going to change them from anger to what's under the anger. And that is a need. It's a desire. Desire is below anger. We need to dive into the desire, because when you do that, you start to melt people. You melt them back into what's really going on, because people aren't just angry because they want to be angry. There's a desire there. There's a need that's not being fulfilled, an expectation that hasn't been met. And so just simply ask them, what do you need? Maybe you're just at the grocery store and a lady starts getting at you for something. In that moment, again, there's this panic of, oh my gosh, we're having an altercation in the store. And you just simply look at her and say, what do you need? All of a sudden, she's going to feel heard. All of a sudden, whoever you're in a relationship with, your kids, your sisters, your brothers, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your sister-in-law, whoever it is, you ask them what they need in these moments, in these uncomfortable, awkward moments, and it's going to diffuse the situation because you're getting in under what's really going on. The third strategy in standing up for yourself without being rude, if you've used the feeling message, they know how you're feeling. If you've used the question, what do you need? And you're still feeling like it's escalating or it's not getting better, this is when you want to say, let's talk about it later, or can we talk about this at another time? It may not be the time to talk about it. If they really are in a state of anger or being upset and there's nothing that you can do but walk away, you walk away. Do not ever let somebody sit there and berate you verbally, emotionally, mentally, definitely physically, ever. You walk away from the situation every single time. There is never a reason for somebody to name call you, make you feel bad, make you feel unsafe. Always walk away. It's okay to walk away and say, I understand that you're upset, but you're making me feel scared. And I'm not quite sure what you need because you're not ready to talk about it. So when you get clear on what it is that you need, I would love to have that conversation with you. Don't ever allow anybody to make you feel the way that you should feel always, which is beautiful, special, amazing, free, fabulous, every single day of your life. And if there's anybody in your life right now that is giving you the side jab, the undercurrent convo, the backhanded compliment, or the verbal abuse, walk away, cut it out of your life. You don't need it. Life is hard enough without having toxic people in our lives. So first, let them know how you feel, get clear on what they need, and if it's still not working out, walk away. And if you're a notorious people pleaser who loves to diffuse that situation and constantly feels like you're selling yourself out, I highly recommend that you watch my video on how to stop people pleasing to attract a healthy relationship. And if you want more tools and skills, I would love to work with you. Really, this is a process. This isn't something that happens overnight. It takes time and investment to make major changes in our life, the things that are most important to us. And I want to ask you, how important is it to you to make these changes, to find love on your terms and have the life you've always wanted.